32 minutes, 35 seconds, 11 milliseconds, Friday morning run. You know, when I was about to begin my run, you know, I started putting my AirPods in, and I had a thought in the back of my mind. I was thinking about it this morning. I believe I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, how about I just run Friday morning with no music? So as I was getting out the car to begin my run, after I was done stretching, of course, you know, I put in my AirPods, and I remember that thought. I looked off into the distance, and I said, if I ran with my AirPods in, listen to music or listen to a motivational speech or whatever, all day I'll be thinking about, dang, wonder what would have happened if I just ran with no music, right? So, you know what I did? I put my music up and I ran with no music. 32 minutes, 35 seconds, 11 milliseconds, nonstop with no music. And I was thinking before I ran, I was like, you know, I'll be feeling apprehensive about my runs, you know what I'm saying, because it hurts my body. You know, it's a lot mentally. Like the days I don't run, I'm thinking about how I'm going to run the next day and how much it's going to hurt. And it kind of ruins my peace sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I kind of start to feel anxious and anxiety on a slight manner. And then I was running today. And then, matter of fact, I was driving to the gym today. And this morning, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna convince myself I love it. Either way, it's gonna hurt. So I might as well just be happy about it, right? You know, at the end of the day, if I'm getting up, I got up at 1:30. I got up at like 1:28 in the morning to get up and run and go to the gym. So I've already beat the odds, you know what I'm saying? But to my standards, it's all or nothing, you know what I'm saying? I gotta wake up and do what I say I'm gonna do, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people just be satisfied with just waking up and going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Early in the morning. But I'm waking up at 1:30 in the morning just to beat everything. You know what I'm saying? Get everything out the way. Do what I got to do. So I ran with no music, and it felt great. I told myself that I was going to love it regardless. And this is one of my easiest runs, even though the stakes was higher than usual. The stakes was higher than usual for me because usually I listen to something to kind of take my mind off what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? So I can forget that I'm running, so I can forget about the pain and take my mind off the pain. But today I had no sedative. I had no Bengay, I had no Biofreeze, I had no Tylenol, I had no ibuprofen. It was just me and my thoughts running, you know what I'm saying? And I did it. And today was one of my easiest runs. I was in the flow state. I wasn't even breathing that heavy. It was easier for me to push myself on my last straightaway, like how I'm running right now. You know what I'm saying? I was looking straight forward. I wanted to envision. I told myself that I'm going to envision me crossing the finish line, and I'm gonna choose that reality, right? And I thought about that on my second or third lap. And then when I did it, it felt like, dang, I really did it. I chose the reality, and now it's in the past now. You know, all week I kind of be dreading these runs. You know, I'm so gracious that God gave me legs for me to run, but at the same time I dread it sometimes because it's hard. But I chose the reality of me finishing the finish line. And then it felt like it was going to be such a far away goal, such a far away reach away from what I really wanted. But I did it. You know what I'm saying? I did it. And I'm so gracious that God allowed me to do it. You know, I'm so blessed. You know, a lot of people ain't doing nothing. And here I am running. I just finished my run, and it's 2:30 in the morning. My bad. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm finished with my run. You know what I'm saying? So I'm overall blessed, and I'm about to go in and work out and do all this, take a little nap, you know, go to a Bible session, go to a Bible study, you know what I'm saying? Might take another nap and then go to work, you know what I'm saying? And I'm blessed that I'm able to wake up and do this. I'm blessed that I chose this reality because I'm not who I used to be. You know, anybody from my past, if we haven't spoken, if you haven't really heard from me in the past couple weeks, then I genuinely feel like you might have to re-meet me because I do feel different. I do feel changed. I have a different way of life that I'm going about, you know, and I'm blessed that God has blessed me with this, with the knowledge and the wisdom that he's blessed me with. You know, I've been praying for patience and forgiveness and just appreciating the quietness of sound, you know, and God has been giving me that. God answered my prayers last night, and I woke up feeling very strong. I woke up and I read Psalms 88 and Psalms 89, and I really needed to read that. I really needed to read that Psalms 89. It gave me comfort, you know what I'm saying? And overall, I'm blessed that God allows me to look at his life through this lens. 4 minutes in the video, you know, and I'm gonna talk to you guys, you know, if you see this video, God bless you. God bless the sons of Abraham. God bless the daughters of Sarah. God bless God's chosen people, the Israelites. Shalom.